Hello, racing gamers, and welcome back to BombersportsPlays NASCAR Heat Evolution, and oh dear. Oh dearie me. It's this, isn't it? We're at Michigan today. For context, this is the one track that everyone has been warning me about. We are going to suck harder than... I'm not even going to finish that sentence. So after a rubbish run at Pocono and a bad one at Charlotte, I think we've just got to fight for survival here. Now, funnily enough, in my first attempt, I actually tried qualifying as we drop the green flag and get this sucker underway. Jones, do you want to go, mate? Do you want to move? And I'm actually just laying off at the back because in my first attempt, I qualified 38th. So, yeah, qualifying was a real waste of time. And then wrecked within 5 laps. So I am literally taking the attitude of, you know what, let's just get through this race. Sonoma is next. We might do all right there. Because, yeah, as you can see, you know, we've had a rubbish engine all season. You know that real kind of absolute piece of asthmatic, arthritic, blithering, building pile of arse that we call an engine? Clearly is not an engine. Oh, hello, though. We've got to run. Whoa, we're nearly in the pits, as you do. We're going 3 wide down the front straight. Bobby, do you want to let us in? I know you're busy spotting. He's currently saying outside, yeah, there's a car high, it's me. Stay low so you don't hit me. Yes, okay, Bobby, appreciate that. Are you going to actually let me in line at this point? Because you are technically on my team, so I'd appreciate something from you, mate. Oh, no, you're just going to pitch me down here? Okay, cheers. Ryan, move. Do you want to mush? Go on, go. Or Dylan Lopton, or whoever's in that car this week. No, it's Ryan Ellis in the game. And still there, and... Oh, Bobby, what the hell are you doing, Sam? What the... You're wrecking me for 37th place. What are you doing? Oi, have some of that. Yeah, get wrecked, mate. Get wrecked, M. Knight. I've just wrecked my spotter. That's happened. Oh, I feel better already. Oh, that's nice. So, pro tip. If someone's stressing you out, put them in the wall. You may get penalised, but you'll feel better for it. But yeah, this is a classic case. Like, look at how little we're off the throttle in the corners. And given that this is an engine-based track, it doesn't matter that the car's actually handling quite good. I was ready to use some of the lessons I learned. I got some comments on Reddit and things like that after my bitch session about the setup last time at Pocono. I was going to try and put that into practice, and then I was like, well, actually, the car handles pretty well. So I'm all right with the setup. It's just the speed. The speed, there isn't any... Well, actually, off the corners, our car is pretty good. And then it goes straight to hell in a shit basket. I don't even know what a shit basket is. I meant to say handcart. I don't even know why I said shit basket. Never mind. Our old foe Regan Smith is here. We've made peace now. We're kind of like two old retired boxers. Just occasionally sharing a cup of tea and, you know, talking about our previous feuds. Well, hang on. There is time for that feud to reignite, though. We are side by side, 3x3. Getting a slight draft of Landon Castle, which is the only way we get any top speed out of this piece of garbage. Oh, and it's Michael Annette. Someone we've been feuding with a lot more in recent races. A guy who just can't stop crashing into me. Maybe he just really likes me, or I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, yeah, we're really not expecting much from this race. I have optimistically still set my sponsors to be finish top 20 and lead a lap. So, like, the one thing we're going to do in this race is gamble on fuel, because A, that's probably our only good chance of getting a result, and B, if we just go long on fuel, there's a chance we'll lead a lap before coming to pit road, and in that case, we'll still get a guaranteed $12,000. I'm saving... Oh, hello, Brian Scott. The most blisteringly mediocre stock car driver that has ever lived. Whoa! David Reagan's veering around like a drunkard on the way home from the pub. And he's got a nice scheme this way. Oh, hello, Landon Castle. He's having to deal with David I'm Pissed Reagan. He's probably been playing My Summer Car, to be honest with you. Drinking some of that Finnish beer. Brad Keselowski, week after week, what are you doing down here? You are just... So we just stop driving into Landon Castle in a straight line. That's probably a good idea. Hi, Paul Menard. He's getting a new crew chief for next year. Everyone seems to think he's going to Penske, but he isn't. I don't know. 3x3, maybe we can get in some clean air here. Or maybe we could just hit the safe epoxy barrier. Oh, Christ. Because that's the last thing we needed. Hitting the wall in a straight line and leaving, like, even bleeding off more speed that we don't have. At this point, we're one step above the Flintstones, using bare feet to power our car. Just running along really quickly. It's like wacky races up in here in the Anthill mob. Hello, Landon Castle. It's me again. I'm going to go on your outside. I've got to run for all of 0.3 seconds until the wheezing, asthmatic, punctured lung that is my engine just gives up the ghost. In fact, it gave up at the start of the race. Like, literally, it was like, and green, 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 I'm out. I'm out of here. Casey, what are you doing, mate? Look, do you want to try and get more aggro for 29th place? One thing I've learned in this series is that the mid-pack is, if anything, more brutal than the top end of town, because these are teams fighting for survival with equally crap cars. I think that's what I'm learning. Like, you ever wonder why it's normally the backmarker teams that you see spinning out? It's sometimes due to the drivers not having any talent, but most of the time it's because their cars are that crap. Like, literally, if they lease engines from a decent team, which clearly we're not doing, like, we're doing this completely... Like, we're not doing any of those things. It's not like we're getting... Some teams get chassis from... Or, like, bodies hung from other teams, but they're still, like, crap handlings. They're not really built that well. Hi, Michael McDowell. And other teams at least get engines leased from decent teams. Like, there's been times this season where our car's not handling too badly, and yet, why are we still trying with our own engine program, guys? Why have we not struck a deal with Gibbs or TRD? At least somewhere in some warehouse with, like, cobwebs on and, like, under a load of planks of mouldy wood has got to be some of the old engines from the Michael Waltrip racing outfit. They shut down at the end of last year. Why have we not got any of those engines? Why have we decided to bolt one together whilst drunk, like my summer car, and just... Wow, this episode's featuring a lot of plugs from my summer car series, isn't it? Go and watch it now, it's really funny. But don't stop watching this video, because this hopefully will be funny as well. We're a little bit clearer. We've actually climbed up to 26th place. You may have noticed that. 9 laps in of 50. So it'll be a 3-stop strategy given we should... Oh, hang on. Some wrecking happening. Some crashing. Some crashes. Or maybe not. I mean, it's hard to tell if anyone did spin because it's not like... It'd be like, oh, well, someone obviously did spin because the caution came out. Well, well, that's not a given, as we've seen. Well, someone's pitting. Who is that? Is that Martin Truex Jr., maybe? Actually, I think it was Carl Edwards. So Edwards in trouble early. Or at least we're having a better day than him so far. And... Look who it is. 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 Say it with me now. 3, 2, 1. Blimey, that's blowing up my microphone. Let's just blow up my microphone. But there he is. There's Bane. Bane. Driving down the back, he's just minding his own business. He's just like, yeah, I'm being mediocre today. Hello, Bane. How you doing? I'm being mediocre today. Well, so am I. Oops, I'm about to wreck you. Here we go. Speed comparison. I've got the run on the high side and it's just depression, really. It's just misery. Just misery, and this car is not powered by hopes and dreams or, indeed, horsepower and gasoline or E85 ethanol or whatever these cars run on now. It's powered by despair and misery and broken dreams. Look at Mears. Look at this. Look at Mears. Look how far on the inside he is, how pinched down he was off the corner. And he's still easily blowing past us. Look at this. Oh, Christ. Now he's wrecked us. Thanks. Genius. Thank you. That's really helping. Regan, I'm going to block you, mate. Regan, don't take this. There's a wreck in turn 3, apparently. Bobby, you just trolling me, mate? Or have you only just realised that that's where I wrecked you about 10 laps ago? Is that what's happening here? Oh, here comes Landon Castle. Oh, God. Because the last thing we needed when we have the top speed of an ant. Oh, Regan's wrecked us. Actually, I don't really think I can blame him. As much as it'd be easy, because he is our longest rival. He's our oldest rival. Oh, Christ. Now we're back to 32nd. We're only 12 laps in. Why? But yeah, I don't think that was his fault, really. I think I was just getting aggressive with the blocking because this car is just so slow. Like, I don't think the engine has played this much of a part in our race since Richmond. And Richmond is a 3/4 mile short track where engine power shouldn't be an issue. And yet it is. We get painful reminders every day of our sodding lives that our engines are just pathetic old... Like, are they even V8s? Are they like V4s? V2.5s? How many cylinders are we running on? 7? 6? -3? I don't know. Oh no. Michael Annette, get the fuck out of... Oh, get banged. Oh, get banged, Michael Annette. That's payback for... Oh, now Bush is getting involved. All our previous feuds are reigniting. Bush has decided to try and take the chance for a sneak attack there. I'm going to get you back for that, mate. I am forgotten Bristol. I know I slammed you up against the hauler after Bristol, but that was for good reason. You wrecked me out the fucking lead with 7 laps to go. Like, if you're a driver and you don't get annoyed by that, yeah, get wrecked. Oh, actually, that wasn't a good idea. Get wrecked, M9. I'm in a mood for instant payback today. Oh, hang on, though. Now's the time to get a bit tactical because The pit window has opened. We're actually starting lap 14. This is where we're supposed to be pitting in for fuel. That's how long the fuel's supposed to go for. But it's still saying we've got 2 laps left. So if we can make 16 laps on fuel, that'd be quite nice. It still means it's a 3-stop race. But if you think about it, 16, 32, 48. If I got my maths right. Yes, I have. That's a rarity. Then it's a 50-lap race. Then that kind of leaves us in a scenario where if we get some cautions, we could potentially cut out that 3rd stop and only do it on 2 stops. So, whoa! Jesus! Oh my God! I've just pooed. Just poo all over the place. Massive amounts of poo. Oh, we're leading the race. That's nice. Right, now it says we have 1 lap to go on fuel. So, we're on lap 15 now. Like, basically, what have we got to lose? We're running sub 30th place at fucking Michigan. The car's got the performance of a tractor being driven by Theresa May, drunk, ranting about poppies and Brexit. Like, we have nothing to lose. We're in the chase as well. Let's not forget, we are in the chase with that incredible underdog win at Martinsville. Let's go for it. Let's go for it now. Brian Scott and Matt DiBenedetto are apparently going on the same strategy, although I think they've also just pitted. We are now apparently out of fuel. We are leading this race, but we're apparently out of fuel at lap 16. Oh, look who it is. It's Chris Buescher. Now, let's see. We're out of fuel.
You're low on fuel.
Well, I'm not low on fuel, Bobby. I'm apparently out. But I'll tell you what, it hasn't coughed. Like, I mean, the car's slow as shit anyway. But maybe this could be a scenario like, I keep saying it, the Terry Labonte Sonoma race in 2006, where he gambled on fuel mileage because his engine was so lacking in power, it was making really good fuel economy. So he gambled on fuel, didn't pit near the end of the race for fuel, and ended up finishing second to Jeff Gordon. That has basically got to be our template for today, because we've just eked out 16 laps on fuel. That was 2 more than the game thought we could do. So, I mean, we've got nothing to lose. We're at Michigan. Worst thing happened. Worst case scenario, we finish 35th. I grumble a bit. You look, go, thank Christ Sonoma's coming up. He might actually be competitive there. And we move on. Well, we're in the pits, so it's time for a sip of tea. And before you balk at that long pit stop, we do have some damage to repair from those various collisions. Well, there's an example right there on the right front. So, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I'm going to call this the Alexander Rossi strategy. Beetle around, not really going very fast, but saving so much fuel that maybe we can pull off the underdog victory and then get a selfie with Sarah Connors in victory lane after. Sound good? Sound good. Right, we're underway. Now, for this to work, if it goes green the rest of the way, unlikely I know, we may need some more help. We're still going to need to run like 17 lap stints. So a lap longer than we've already... Kevin, what are you doing, mate? It's the Diddums effect again. It's the rubber banding. Diddums, you're a lap down, so we're going to let you back through. I mean, to be honest with you, if you're going to keep doing this and let me, like, not have a crap result, then fine. That's the thing I find weird. They keep doing it. I'm like, yeah, you do realise, guys, like, I'm back on the lead lap and I'm actually passing cars now, so you can stop. Unless you just want to let me through to the lead. That's what you want to do. I'm not going to complain about that, but just saying. Yeah, that's definitely also a thing they need to patch in. I mean, caution detection, I don't know. I still don't know if that's fixed or not. It's hard to tell. These guys are doing about 0.3 miles an hour. See, this is the thing I don't get about it. Like, it's almost dangerous. Hi, X-Matty D. It's almost dangerous. Like, you've seen me in previous races just, like, go ploughing into guys who are doing, like, 40 miles an hour slower. It's like it's like being an LMP1 at Le Mans against GT4s. Not even GT1s, like GT4s, 5s, 12s. I don't know. GT12s are an RC car, I think. You just run them over. Hey, Bobby, how are you doing after I wreck earlier? I did completely wreck the shit out of him, but hey, he deserved it. For not doing a very good job as my spotter, and then trying to wreck me whilst as a driver as well. You just, like, retire from one or the other, please. I have noticed there's a few more spotter packs going up, but I'm forever skint, so I may spend some money on some spotter packs. I know Rick Allen's got one, which is weird. I just, please, like, I know he doesn't say it on TV anymore, which is a shame. He's kind of retired it. I think because he knows it's become such a meme. But I just want somewhere in the spotter pack to be like, when you have a massive wreck, just him to go, problems for the 36 car. I'm not even doing a very good impression of it, but you know what I mean. That even, like, blew me back out of my chair there for a second trying to do that impression. So yeah, back to business. We've got 31 laps to go, so we're moving towards halfway, slowly but surely, which is the slogan for this race team and indeed this car. So basically, to make it under green, we've got to try and go a lap further than we have done already, and that additional lap that we went on fuel, it was already showing the tank to be basically empty. Well, it was empty. As far as the needle was concerned, it was on the bottom. I was like that episode of Top Gear where Jeremy Clarkson was like, I'm going to run this Jaguar out of fuel 140 miles from the finish line so I can park up outside my house and go in and have dinner. And then he's like, why are you still going? And it just goes the whole way in the end. It's like goes an extra 140 miles even when it says it's out of fuel. I'm really hoping my car has that engine. I mean, if it's a turbo diesel V6 engine, which is what the Jaguar in that episode had. No, I'm not a Top Gear nerd. Shut up, you are. Then it would explain why it's really slow. But hey, like I said, like with Terry Labonte 2006, he says, like I said, like I keep saying with Terry Labonte 2006, if we're not producing much power, well, we're not producing any power at all, then fuel economy's got to be our friend. We've got to play the long game here. We've got to gamble. Well, we haven't got to gamble, but I want to. Otherwise, we're going to have a really shitty, boring episode where I'm stuck in 30th moaning about engines and hamsters and stuff. Actually, I won't moan about hamsters. I like hamsters. I used to have a pet hamster. 3, actually. Not at the same time. 1 each. Hello, Alan Castle. I'm crashing into you again. How you doing, son? You know what? I'm not even going to battle you particularly hard, because if I can save I'll inevitably save the tyres as well. And this is another one of those tracks where the right front just goes, ha, it was nice knowing you. I'm out of here. I'm going to do my impression of a Pirelli super soft tyre. Goodbye. There's a cliff. I'm going to walk straight off it. So if I could save some of the tyres as well, obviously that'd be useful if we're going to try and go like uber long on the final stint, like 17, 18 laps maybe. But yeah, 17 laps looks very unlikely. 16 laps look very unlikely, and we didn't do that. So, and what's not helpful is I'm just going to draft Paul Menard. Hello, Paulie Menard. Paulie Dangerous. Oh, no, that's not you. Paulie Mediocre. Yeah, that's probably better. It's a bit harsh, but yeah. I'm just going to draft you a little bit. I'm going to basically pull the strategy that Jamie Whincup was trying to do at Bathurst, draft behind another guy and use them to save fuel, except his Jamie Whincup instincts kicked in. He then dive bombs him, knocks him off the circuit, then causes a massive pile-up, and then is like, why was I penalised for that? Anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to draft you. Oh, hello, we have a caution. Right, we have a caution. Now, how does this change things? We've got 8 laps to our next scheduled stop, and yet... What the... Okay, Riga Smith just died in the middle of the track. And I tell you what, as we take another sip of tea, I'm going to pit here for no real other reason except that we're at the back anyway, so we may as well. Let's make some wedge adjustments. We may as well pit anyway. We're at the back of the lead lap cars, so we might as well. Oh, everyone else is pitting as well, so much for this strategy. And to be honest, it's kind of close enough to where we'd be pitting where we'd be pitting anyway. Obviously, if we pit now, we would have to pit again under green, so this is going to be tricky. This may throw us a bit of a curveball. Let's restart 27th on the inside. I already know this is not going to work. Anyway, we're out of here. I'm just going to let the field go. I'm trying to let the field go. Like, I'm changing up. I'm keeping it at 5,500 RPM. 5,500 RPM to save fuel. And I'm just letting the field go. There you go. Through you go, lads. Riga Smith's car's junk, but it doesn't matter. We're back to 34th. And you sit there going, you're tanking this race. What are you doing? But again... saving fuel. We are saving fuel all the way. Now, what lap are we at? 28. So that leaves 22 laps to go. Doesn't it? 23, maybe? So, at this stage, we are going to have to pit again anyway, and I assume the rest of the field are, so... I don't really know how this affects the strategy. I think it kind of torpedoes it. I don't know. Because you definitely can't go for 22 laps. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to make 16 laps become 22 on fuel. Unless we're wizards. And I'm not sure we are. We certainly haven't worked magic with this poxy engine. Anyway. Excuse me. I'm just going to choke to death back here. Or I'm going to have a sip of tea. I'd rather prefer that. Oh, that's good. So, while all you lot just chill back here and battle each other hard for position, I'm just going to go around the outside of you and drink tea. I'm going to do that. Instead, I'm going to get in a wreck. Well, David Reagan's in a wreck, and now we're in it as well. Damn it. Why did you think trying to go 3 wide down the middle of David Reagan and Chris Boxer-Bush was a good idea? Why did you think that in a million years? Although, yet again, the wreck consistency, or lack of, comes to the fore. We don't have a blown engine, which is good, because we'd kind of been knackered if that was the case. Oh, restarting 34th again. This could... How has this changed things? 34th. We're at lap 33, which means there is exactly 17 laps to go. Oh, have we just caused a wreck which has actually played into our hands in terms of strategy? Oh man, the conspiracy theory is going to be rife, but no, that was just my lack of talent. And in fact, it was someone else who caused the wreck, actually. I think it was Michael Annette, actually. It was Michael Annette! It was Michael Annette, actually. But, yeah, we all sort of converged there. So, we've got 17 laps to go, and we know from the drop of the flag, we can make 16 laps. Now's as good a time as any to see if we can make 17. Right. Can guys stop being slow? No, actually, please, be as slow as you want. No, Matt, go away. No, come back. I want to draft you. I want to draft all of you. Basically, my strategy is just to not overtake anyone, just tailgate everybody. That's going to be it now. I'm pulling a full Alexander Rossi on this. Like, I wish I had a clutch. I've got a Thrustmaster TMX which doesn't have a clutch pedal. I wish I could have the clutch so I could do proper lift and coast. But I'm already lifting and coasting. Like, as soon as I get a draft, I'm just like, well, I'll be doing the speed at full throttle anyway without draft, so let off. Just back off. This could work, you know. This could work. I know I went for a fuel gamble at Fontana and then I bottled it on the last lap. But not this time around. Not when we have a win in the bank. Not when we know that the worst that could happen is we have another shite finish and then we move on. Like, wow, that's really the worst that could happen. No one's going to die. No one's going to just... The world's not going to end. So, we've got to do this. We've got to be disciplined, though. I mean, Brad, where are you going? Are you trying to leave Michigan altogether? I'm trying to draft you. Don't let me through. Unless you're secretly trying the same strategy, which you might, you sneaky sod. I don't know. I mean, all of the rest of the AI on that first stint had all pitted before me. I'm fairly sure of that. Like, I was leading for a good 2 laps, and then the only 2 other people who went with me that first lap then pitted. So I'm pretty sure everybody pitted before me last time around. So if we can stretch it to 17 laps, or, I don't know, even 16 and then just sort of limp round the final lap. We've got enough, like, anything's possible here. And we've got to be optimistic here. Think optimistically. I feel like Christian Miracle right now. Behind Keselowski. Let's sip some more tea, because the tension is really real right now. In actual fact, a caution might not be the worst thing right now, because... Well, no, I'm not sure if we do want a caution. It'll be weird, but, like, a caution will make sure we can get to the end. And assuming everyone else pits, then that puts us right up top. But I almost want this thing to go green the rest of the way to see if we can make it. Because if we can, we could win. We could legitimately win. At Michigan, of all places, the one place on the entire calendar I thought a win was going to be, well, a top 25 finish was going to be impossible. And we're still just trundling behind Brad. Bump drafting. Lifting and coasting. Yeah, I can see why people think it's boring in F1 when they apparently do that all the time when they don't. Oh, hang on, we got a big wreck. We've got a big wreck. There's cars everywhere, and we have a caution. Oh, hello, Matty. We've crashed into him. We've got some damage, but what do we do now? Well, we've committed to the strategy. We're not pitting. We are not pitting. Right, now what? How many laps is this caution going to take? Oh my God, we're leading. Oh my sweet gentle Jesus, we're leading this race. We're leading. Okay. Right, shit just got real. We've got 8 laps to go at Michigan and we're leading. And we have 9 laps worth of fuel apparently. We're good. If that rangeometer is correct, we're good to the end on fuel. Right, well, we have no speed in this car. I doubt we have much tyres. It's time to go. We've got to go. We've got to jump on the restart, but they are just... I just see them in the back, in the mirrors. Actually, it's too fast for the Jaws theme. Here they come. Oh, Jesus. We're getting gobbled up by the pack. We are swimming with the sharks right now, and the sharks are just smelling blood leaking from every single orifice right now. Look how we are good in the corners. Look, we're nearly keeping with Jimmy Johnson in the corners, and now we're not. And the problem is they're kind of 2 by 2 behind, so if you block one lane, the others just cruise past you, as Denny Hamlin's doing right now. But we're still fourth. Like, this is still, like, we should be getting, oh, bollocks, we're tight. Are we 3 wide? Right, we're 3 wide. Oh, this is a bit tense now. Oh, God, we're being gobbled up right now. God, this is tense. Christ, Chase Elliott there. Like, literally, if we move, they're past us. In the blink of an eye, they're past us. Oh! Kurt Busch has hit us. We're in the grass. I'm not lifting. Oh, sideways. I'm still not lifting. I didn't lift for that entire sequence. And we got a caution. Holy shit, the brown smears. Oh my God, there's just poo everywhere. But I didn't lift once. Go back and watch that. I didn't lift once. Because when we're running in the top 10 with 6 laps to go, you don't lift. Right, well, we got a caution, which has gobbled up a few more laps, which is actually useful for us. So cheers, Kurt, for wrecking us at 200 miles an hour, you prick. Anyway, we're in 8th place, and we have 3 laps to go. If we can hang on for a top 10, this will be the biggest miracle of the entire year. We're going for more than that. We're going for the lead again. We're going to lead this thing. We're leading for, well, we were for about 2 glorious seconds. Now we're getting freight trained again. Oh, can we block Jimmy Johnson? We blocked Jimmy Johnson. Right, now it's time to try and park the bus. The bus isn't wide enough. The bus isn't wide enough. We're being freight trained by the Busch brothers again. You know, Kurt, this time, do you mind just passing me on the outside rather than fucking cutting me off? Wrecking me, you knobhead. In fact, we're repassing him. We've repassed Kurt Busch. We are competing for a top 5. We're in the top 10 in the Firekeepers Casino 400. And now, we've just parked the bus in the middle lanes. They don't know what to do. We're parking the bus. We've just parked the bus in the middle of the track. Oh, no. Oh, bollocks, we're too tight in turn 1. We just keep letting them through on the inside. Ricky Stenhouse, what are you doing here? What the hell? Never mind, that's fine. We're in 7th still. 7th place. Oh my God, they're going 3 wide behind me. They're checking up. They're like, Jesus Christ, who is this beetle up in front of us? How the hell has he got in the top 10? Trust me, guys, I don't know either. But the reality of the situation is we're running inside the top 10 and we're coming to the white flag. This was a race where I assumed that the best result we'd get would be 30th, maybe 25th at best. We're potentially on to get a top 10. Matt Kenseth looking around the outside. If we can hang it down on the inside in turns 1 and 2, that's fine. Kenseth, you go by on the outside, that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but still. I'm just blocking Jimmy Johnson at this point in time. Bollocks, we've had to come on to block Kurt Busch. I saw his run coming. There's Jimmy. There's Kyle Larson as well. Oh, here comes Jamie McMurray on the outside as well. They're all trying. No, we're clinging on to our top 10. Last corner. Come on. Keep your foot in. We've actually got a run on Kyle Larson. Larson, please, give me a draft. I'm going to slipstream with you. Oh, my goodness. We're going to do it. We're going to hang on for a top 10. Yes. How the hell have we done that? Oh, how has that happened? We finished 10th at Michigan. Our worst track of the season. And we finished 10th. And we break our recent jinx, our curse of recent bad results, and we turn it around with a 10th place at Michigan. This may be our best result of the season so far. I'm serious, guys. This may rank above the win at Martinsville. So the final results in the end, it's Denny Hamlin who takes the win. I think that's his first win for the season, so he gets in the chase. Along with Joey Logano, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch and Truex Jr. in the top 5. Stenhouse, Kenseth, Johnson, Larson. And no, do not adjust your set. Us, we complete the top 10. Like, seriously. And that's a nice bit of justice there. We actually finished ahead of Kurt Busch, who wrecked us on that last caution. Which in the end actually did us a bit of a favour, because had we had to defend for a few more laps, we'd have probably dropped clean out the top 20 altogether, but... Holy, wow. Well, like, this is the page we should have finished on. This is the page, like, we should have been somewhere in the middle of that. With actually quite a few good cars down there. And Trevor Lane, and Chris Butcher. They're not so good. And Brian Scott, and Regan Smith. Like, we should have been there. That should have been where we were. Like, I'm not kidding you. I'm not making this one up. We were so slow. I was so rubbish at this track. This car is dreadful at this track. The warning signs, other people have been commenting saying Michigan's going to be a nightmare. My best finish there was 35th, 30th. I just about scraped the top 20, you know, on pure fluke. And yet, like, we just got a top 10. which means, we led laps. We led, like, quite a few under the first fuel stop, so we got a top 20. We're rolling in the money. And honestly, I can't believe this. This is like Atlanta. Finishing 10th there was incredible. Here, when we're just not, we shouldn't have even broken the top 20 or more performance. We're back up to 14th in the points after a miserable run of results. We have turned it around. And suddenly, Michigan has gone from that race that we're just banging our head against the wall rather than doing, and we just can't wait for the next race at Sonoma, to one of our best results of the season. I genuinely can't overhype this. Words, they're not happening. And next up, we're going to Sonoma, the first road course of the season, and by all reports, a track that even an uncompetitive car can be pretty good at. So we got to fancy our chances. In fact, I'm aiming high here, upgrading to a top 15 tier sponsor. So we'll see what happens next time out. For now, I've got to sip my tea. I've got to finish this whole mug of tea. I can't believe what's just happened. Genuinely, that might be our best result of the season. On pure, expectation and holy shit, this race is going to suck balls for us. And I tell you what, we pulled off the Terry Labonte strategy. We didn't finish second. We didn't win like Alexander Rossi, but we got 10th. I say it again, we got a top 10 at Michigan. Maybe our best result of the entire season. Comment down below. I hope you've enjoyed this latest episode of NASCAR Heat Evolution. Subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you guys next time out on Bomber Sports Plays.